Okay, all right. So we'll take it from there again. That is a very critical one. That it always make things to just turn from bad to worse, and then before you know it, it's even worse than what you got into in the first place. But now you said something about education, orientation, proper training, and all that and all that. But some young people today in Nigeria, just like you said, you're a little bit disappointed the way they are being brought up. Are already saying that even the educational system in Nigeria is a scam.
Absolutely not. We are all I'm a beneficiary of the Nigerian educational system, and it has made me a better human being. But fortunately for my own generation, we didn't have these instruments that everybody is carrying in their hands now, which has its positive and its negative.
Negatives, yes.
But sadly, the negative seems to outweigh the positive, and we don't seem to be doing anything to check it. And when I say check it, it's not only the society, it's the individual. A lot of times when I see messages, the question I ask, where, when, how, just like the four-way test of the rotary. Yeah. Is it good? Is it beneficial to mankind? Will it bring good neighborliness, and what have you? Will it breed love?
Yeah.
I'm aghast when I see some information and I see people and I'll ask.
People are responding.
Have you verified? Just as I'm sitting down here, somebody can say, "Oh, at this hour, I saw Nelson in a Tejo market. He stole, a tuber of yam." And people will start commenting instead of them to say, "Oh, wait a minute, wait. Can you show us this picture? Or can you put up the video?" But the society has become like I've been in the course of my engagements, because I know my own level of thinking is different from this younger generation. I've always been enamored to have a relationship with them. I want them to be my friend. I want to see how they reason. Unfortunately, when some of them come out, what they see, I'm like, no, it's not supposed to. One of them told me just recently while we were, discussing. He said, "Uncle, stop disturbing yourself. Our own generation is copy and paste." I said, "What?" I said, "No society makes progress. The progress we have made as human beings have been as a result of asking questions. Research is probing. You are probing. Why is this thing like this? If I'm coming here, a man tells me that, oh, don't go out, I have a vision for you, that somebody is going to, go to the great beyond today. And I'm like, wait a minute. Every day, people go to the great beyond. Every day, people come,
into
this world. So what are you saying? Does it make sense? Somebody will just sit down somewhere, we put up a video, we put up an audio message, and people are running with it. And I'm like, there was even one, a cousin of mine sent to my wife, and it was an oral situation. And when my wife now told me that, see what your sister had sent to me, and I looked at it, and I had to call her. I said, this message you have sent,
yes,
who originated it? She said, I don't know. Where was it originated? I don't know. When? I said, Abba. And you went to school. Is this what you were taught in school? No matter the type of education you have, education is about, empowering an individual to think beyond the animal. It's only animals. We have a proverb in Hausa land that
yes,
to lead 100 cows, you need just one stick. Once the herdsman does like this, all the cows go in one direction. But when you want to lead human beings, even if there are 5, you need 5 sticks for different purposes. Because somebody will tell you, no, that stick you have pointed to that direction is not my own. And I'm going this way. So that's human mind. The human mind is a very developed mind. That's why we say man is a higher animal. Man is supposed, when things come before you, you are supposed to introspect. Does this thing make sense? Is it possible? If I don't know, I ask. If I don't ask, I go and do research. In a way. But, sadly, and the reason why I'm saying this is that a lot of these young ones, they have been very, very unfortunate because they didn't have people to mentor them. We had that opportunity.
Yes. Yes.
You know, when I was growing up, the only person you wanted to become like was one uncle or auntie in your street or 2 streets away from you from yours, who was a student in University of Ibadan or in Obafemi Awolowo University or University of Calabar. The only ambition you had in life was to go to the university. Nobody will say, that man is riding a car. You know that definitely if you have the basics, you know, it's just like what the Bible says: seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and every other thing
will be added.
Will be added.
Okay, let's see what we can add again to what Nelson is putting on the table for us, because considerably he has spoken about mentorship here and the pedigree of his own development, of his contribution to the democratic process in Nigeria. Actually saw him associated with notable nationalists like late Anthony Enahoro, Beko Ransom Kuti, and a couple of others. And now, so philosophically, are you seeing any reorientation or proper orientation of the next or the new leadership that we are getting in Nigeria? Because the leadership we seem to have now is like, it's my own, or it's my turn, or it's whatever. It's not like you have a philosophical guideline that is. So how do we deal with that?
I think the dealing with that is both personal and collective. Personal in the sense that as an individual, you should ask yourself, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? What do you want to be your own contribution? Like we say in Yoruba, do you just want to be like an ejò tó rìn lórí àpáta? Do you want to be like a snake that crawled on the rock? You know, definitely when a snake crawls on the rock, there will be no trace. You would not have left any footprints.
Any prints.
Nobody will know that somebody came and
passes through.
Today we talk about a Obafemi Awolowo. We talk about a Saldana of Sokoto. We talk about a Nnamdi Azikiwe. We talk about a Abat Macaulay. We talk about a MK Abiola. We talk about Gani Fawemi, Beko Ransom Kuti. Can any one of us look at those lives and say they are not enviable lives? They are not lives worth emulating? Just like Aristotle said, a life unexamined is not worth living. So if your life, if you have come into this world and you are not looking at how do I impact humanity, then it's a waste. Because even the Bible says man shall not live by bread alone. So your impact, your coming to this life is for you to empower yourself, you know, to develop your capabilities and capacity so as to become a better being. So individually, because I believe whatever the society will make of you has to start from you. Because like we say in our local parlance that Omotobag Shipa, no, if a child does like this, but when a child is running towards you and is like this, definitely, even if you don't like the child, because people are looking, you want to carry the child. This man is a wicked man. See, the child is running towards him, arms open, you know. So I think individually we should look at ourselves. We should introspect. What type of life do I want? Then if you have done that, then you can now leverage on so many indices in this. This morning as I was coming here, I left home with my son. And I was discussing with him some young entrepreneurs, and I was, giving him instance. I said, look, this life is such that if you don't take a step
now,
you will never take two. If you don't take one, you can't take the next one. So the boy was discussing it, he was telling me his ideas, and I said, look, those people that have come to become role model for you, that you look up to, you want to be like a Bill Gates. It started from a room. It started ideas.
A garage.
Ideas rule the world. It's not strength, because at a point in time, strength goes down, but ideas continue. So so as an individual, I believe strongly that as citizens, if we want a better society, those things we want our society to become, we should start from our home, because the home is the first contact with civilization. So the society also has a role to play.
Yes.
How much is the society prepared to invest,
In citizens.
in citizens? And that is why a lot of times when I look at our society, I look at our educational institutions. I'm talking about the formal and informal one. I believe strongly that we are not doing the best. We are not doing well at all. You wake up in the morning on your street, on your way to work or anywhere, you see the number of our young boys, on the street, and you are like, what is happening? What are you going to become? Is this? Some of them, at times, when I'm on the road, I stop and I ask them,
What are you doing?
is this the life you want to live? You think you can live this way till 50? It's impossible. I can assure you. You need to start investing in yourself. And that is the only way to break Africa from the yoke of poverty, hunger, homelessness, jackpottism, and what have you. Because like we always tell ourselves,